Welcome to the Girard Equipment Assembly and Disassembly of the Chemovation TTMA Flanged External Style Valve. To purchase this valve and any associated parts or tools, visit our website at www.girardequip.com. Let's begin with the disassembly. Let's remove the main poppet GQ86060 using a 1/2-inch socket wrench. First, remove the hex shoulder bolt and set it aside. Next, use an O-ring pick tool to remove the O-ring GQ86030 and discard it. Note any markings on the poppet, such as a hassle indicating harsh service. Then, remove the main Teflon seal. After removing the poppet, place the valve on a stand to secure access to the lower hydraulic cylinder. This is the first area to be rebuilt after removing the main poppet. Remove the external hydraulic assembly from the main body. Next, remove the poppet stem from the lower portion of the housing. We are now ready to work on the lower hydraulic cylinder assembly. Using a 332 hex key and crescent wrench, loosen and remove the set screw GQ86175, and then the actuator cap GQ86152. To remove the GQ86122 hydraulic piston, push the hydraulic actuator assembly downward on a flat surface until it stops. This will expose the GQ86180 O-ring, GQ86132, and the G686146, and the G686146 guide ring, allowing you to remove the piston. Remove all old seal guides and O-rings from the valve and discard them. Remove the Teflon O-ring from the top of the poppet stem. Then remove the poppet packing seal retainer assembly, GQ86200, and the main spring, GQ86040. Remove the Teflon O-ring from the top of the poppet stem. Then, remove the poppet packing seal, retainer assembly GQ86200, and the main spring, GQ86040. Using a spanner wrench to hold the packing seal retainer assembly GQ86200 in place. The spanner wrench can be obtained online. Girard part number GQ86994. MC Master-CARR, part number 5480A16. Open the packing seal retainer assembly with an adjustable proto wrench. Girard part number GQ86996, Granger item JC472B. Disassemble and remove all soft goods. Remove the Tefo Sill O-ring GQ86055 from the cylinder body. Locate the external hydraulic piston. Roll the Viton GFLT O-ring GQ86180 from the thicker side of the external hydraulic piston rod into the first O-ring slot. Install the guide ring GQ86146 as shown, ensuring it is flush. Using the tool GQ86300 in the external hydraulic O-ring installation kit, install the Viton U-seal with the open end facing the slimmer side of the piston rod. Push the seal upwards onto the tapered cone without rolling it. You'll need a steady hand when installing the O-ring. An arbor press can help, but it can also be done by hand without too much force. Remember not to roll the Viton U-seal. Install the PFTE white bushing GQ86150 as shown. Install the wiper seal by working as much material as possible into the groove. Then, use a tool to complete the installation. The piston rod is now ready to be installed back into the main body. Apply lithium grease to the shaft surfaces to ensure optimal performance and longevity for the piston rod. Some force may be needed to insert this rod into the housing. Use a hydraulic press or a soft mallet hammer to ensure correct installation. Locate the GQ86200 parts in your repair kit. Install the white Teflon stacked rings into the lower portion of the retainer female, GQ86075. Install the ring first, ensuring it sits flush with the angle on the female retainer. Place the rest of the gaskets with a screwdriver or similar tool. Place the spring GQ86045 into the female retainer. Place the spring into the female spring retainer. Apply a fair amount of anti-seize compound to the threads of the male spring retainer, GO70490. Insert the female housing spring retainer through number GO70490 by hand. Then tighten it with a tightening tool. Screw the housings together until both parts are flush with no gaps. Reassemble the poppet and stem assembly. Stand the valve poppet stem upright. Place the main spring GQ86040 onto the poppet stem. Apply the grease to the shaft, and place the packing seal retainer assembly on the shaft, O-rings, and guide before inserting the poppet stem into the packing seal retainer. Install a Teflon seal retainer gasket, GQ86185, onto the base of the seal retainer assembly. Ensure the gasket lays flat. Install Teflon O-ring, GQ86055, into the O-ring groove inside the valve. Place the primary main seal into the valve body, ensuring it sits flush. Apply thread anti-seize solution to the threads on the external hydraulic assembly. Thread the external hydraulic assembly into the valve body. Use a custom tool, GQ86900, to push the poppet stem into the valve during assembly. Loosen the set screw on the general hydraulic assembly, GQ86124, and install the unique tool to manually open the valve. Install the poppet with the stem protruding from the valve body, ensuring some gaps remain for proper tightening. Install the shoulder bolt with a Viton Extreme O-ring in the center of the poppet body. Apply anti-seize to the threads and tighten with a wrench, but do not over-tighten. Release the valve stem by loosening the tool on the shaft, replacing the actuator cap GQ86124, and reinstall the set screw. Close the hydraulic cylinder assembly. This valve is now rebuilt and must be tested and certified, ready for use. C. Testing Girard external hydraulic valves.